about the opportunity that brought you here?
I think a couple of things. It's an opportunity that was too hard to refuse, and an opportunity that was I thought was wide open, and something that I was very excited about. And certainly the man sitting next to me, Ken Hinkley, is a brilliant operator, and to work with him and have that opportunity presented to me after I'd inquired about it mid to late December, I just couldn't believe that the opportunity was ready to step into. And I think Port Adelaide, from what I could see from a distance, late last year, I thought this is a footy club going somewhere. And when the opportunity arose, it was, as I said, just too good to not step into.
Working with Ken again, obviously an attractive offer.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. He is a unique fella. He and I share very similar beliefs about how important people are, and that's what I intend to bring over to Port Adelaide, is a love for people, and that's what I believe I've done for 5 years at the Gold Coast, and want to continue to do. Look after people, help people develop, improve, and get to where they want to get to.
Are you surprised what Ken was able to do in 12 months at this footy club from afar?
No, simply no, because having worked with the man and seen the way he operates, and his incredible ability to build relationships with people and help people believe in themselves, just is a mark of the man. And I'm not surprised at all. Yes, many would be, but I wouldn't have been surprised if they got to grand final day, let me tell you that.
Was it hard to say goodbye to the Suns?
Definitely. I've lived on the Gold Coast for 24 years, and it's really been home. I got drafted up as an 18-year-old and spent a lot of time on the Gold Coast. Moved to Brisbane for 1 year, but literally even in my playing days was on the Gold Coast, and so it has been home. And lots of friends through many networks, not just football. And so it's one of those moves where definitely it took a massive step of faith to say, yes, we need to go and we need to do this as a family. But it's one I'm so excited about. Sometimes I think you just got to step into an open door, and we believe as a family we've done that.
Was there a point in the process, Shaun, where you sort of thought, yeah, I'm ready to make that leap of faith?
Yeah, probably when I contacted Ken. You know, we usually have conversations. We're great friends. Around, as I said, it was probably I don't know, somewhere between the 15th, 20th of December, and having a chat there. I was just about to go away on holidays, actually, myself, and I just said, you know, have you filled that role? And you know, because I'd be incredibly interested in still pursuing that role. I just had a hunger and a desperation to really challenge myself to the next level. And funny enough, the answer became no, we haven't. So I thought, well, I'm going to do something about this. And I spoke to my wife, and we pursued it from there. So it's been very quick process, but it hasn't been that I haven't wanted a greater challenge for a little longer.
What is it, Shaun, about a director of coaching role that appealed to you over sort of the development of the coaching role at Gold Coast?
Yeah, it's probably a hard question to answer in a short space of time. There's a strategy part of the bigger vision of the Port Adelaide Football Club, and being asked to be part of that is incredibly exciting. I'm really big on people and the vision that we set as a group and work together towards something. My time well back now, obviously, at the Brisbane Lions, we set a vision of becoming, under Graham Downey, becoming the very best sporting club in Australia, both on and off the field back then. And that's a wild vision, but I think as a club back then we achieved it for 3 years. And I think I learnt so much through that period of what it does take to build a great organisation with great people. And my time at the Gold Coast Suns added to that has led me to believe that this opportunity is something I can step into and really add value to this football club from where it's come to 12 months ago to where it is today, and hopefully onwards and upwards from there.
Ken, so I was just going to say, Ken, what's the man on your left bring to the club?
Look, Shaun's an incredibly highly regarded person with everyone that's been in contact with him, and I don't just say football, I say everyone that's been involved with Shaun Hart will tell you that he's just an amazing person. He's a hard worker, and he's about, again, helping people, and he wants to improve everyone that he possibly gets involved with. And you know, he's passionate, he's a hard worker, you know, and he knows exactly what it is he stands for, and I think that's really important. You need to actually know what it is that you stand for, and we talk about bringing quality and character to our football club. That's the number one thing we want to bring, and we've achieved that in spades with Shaun.
Ken, you had Richo here before. He obviously made a big impact on the players. It's going to be big shoes to fill for Shaun. Do you think he can do it?
Yeah, look, there's no doubt they'll be different people. They're different individuals. I mean, Shaun's own playing career, from our players' point of view, is not that far back. He was a triple premiership player, and he's a Norm Smith medalist, and he's been a great player in a great football team. So he'll relate to the players really easy from that point of view, and I'm sure they'll be attracted to him and his knowledge, and they'll have. But as I said, Shaun will have different strengths than what Richo will have, and they'll both complement our. Richo certainly complemented our program, and I'm absolutely confident that Shaun will improve our program again. So I think we don't want to sit here and compare Richo to Shaun. We want to sit here and compare where the Port Adelaide Football Club sits today with the person we've been able to bring into it, and we know we've made a massive step forward by bringing in the quality we have.
And from what you understand, are they filling different roles slightly as well, or?
Yeah, slightly different. Look, as I said, that'll be more in hand with their strengths, and what they do and how they operate. And for Shaun to get his feet under the desk, that'll be the first part, just to get used to what the role looks like. He's been coaching a football team at the NEAFL level and doing that very well, but now he's moving into a different direction. But I know what he's like. I've seen him work firsthand for 3 years with improving people and wanting to help people. He knows that that's a real key ingredient in any football club. Now he's just got to change his direction a little bit. It's not so much with these young players that he was working with up there. This is this young coaching team that he's going to work with, and young players now. So he's got to broaden his own view a little bit, and he'll grow in that role.
On the club, Ken, when you lost Richo to St Kilda, it was almost a tick for the club, saying that your people were recognised as being quality around the AFL. Shaun wanting to come to Port Adelaide, is that just another indication the club's going from strength to strength?
There's no doubt. The short answer is no doubt. But to get Shaun Hart, I'm staggered that I'm sitting here, to be honest, with Shaun. I didn't think that there was a chance that we could get him out of the Gold Coast. I know his connection to the Gold Coast, to his family, to that football club, how passionate he is about all those sorts of things. But to be able to get to Shaun and say, well, this is an attractive option for you, and for him to feel passionate enough about moving his family after 20, as he just said, 24 years up there, it's a massive tick for us. I mean, if you talk in football and you talk in the football circles, you'll ask the question of Shaun Hart, and people you ask the question, I'm sitting here biased. Yes, I've just got him as a support, but they'll all tell you how good a person he is. And that's massive for us. So to get him to come to our football club's a massive tick.
Shaun, was it a hard sell for the family, the wife and kids, I presume? Was it difficult to convince them?
Yeah, probably an easy answer to that one. That's a yes, and that's why probably. I think it's happened really well, really quickly, because of the fact that I just believe at times you can sit in a comfort zone, and my line to my wife around Christmas time was, you know what, I've got to leave my family and step out of a comfort zone and teach them to understand that sometimes you've got to take a risk to find your way to the dream in your heart and your full potential in this life. And so I went down that line, I suppose, with my wife, and she has just been incredible support. I'll take this opportunity to say, on behalf of all people in football, our wives and our partners are just unbelievable in what they support us with in this game.
Shaun, what are your memories of the rivalry that you had with Port Adelaide back in the day? I mean, you were the top two teams for probably 4 years there.
Yeah, it's a great question. I hope you asked it, actually, because there's still a couple around the scene here that we went head to head. And 10 years ago, when I was not quite 10 years ago, let's say 9 and a bit years ago, when I was in misery because the Port Adelaide Football Club had beaten my beloved Brisbane Lions, I realised that you can't win everything. You can't win it all the time, even though we'd won 3 before. But as I said before, the learnings from my 3 premierships with the Brisbane Lions and the time at the Gold Coast Suns is significant. I think, under the tutelage of Lee Matthews as a player, and then working with Ken Hinkley for 3 years as a coach, the other coaches at the Gold Coast Suns as well, just has been incredibly important. But to answer your question, and to probably sell a little bit of a story, if I can take a romantic minute, is to say that I reckon after 3 premierships at the Brisbane Lions, I was quoted on 5AA or whatever it is on Adelaide radio at the time as saying, answering a question, why do Brisbane win premierships when Port Adelaide finish on top and they can't? And I answered out of my heart and I said, we play for each other more. Well, my follow-up story to that is that I got told that motivated the Port Adelaide Football Club into the 2004 season because they decided they were going to prove me wrong and that whole philosophy wrong. And they went about doing it. I found out sitting the day after the grand final, reading the Herald Sun, having breakfast. There's an article that said, Lion Sledge motivates power victory. I thought, which one of my teammates has said something silly? I read the article, there's my name in it, in the first paragraph. And it was Mark Williams quoting that Sledge of 12 months before that the Brisbane Lions believe they played for each other had motivated the power to change what it was. And the reason I tell that story is because I believe what I want to bring to Port Adelaide is the heart that's behind the reality that premierships are won because it's the team that in the heat of the battle, when it gets right down to the wire, that plays for each other the most. I believe that will triumph, and I hope we can do that here at Port Adelaide.
Does that mean your shared philosophy on sort of people-orientated philosophy? How vital is that for a successful organisation?
You don't go anywhere without it, so it's absolutely crucial. There's nothing. I don't think there's any real success without people first and valuing people, every person.
John, you probably were fair in 03 at the time. Maybe Brisbane played for each other a bit more than Port. 10 years on, what about this side, this list you come into now? Where do you see it? What do you see it having to do to take that next step after an exciting year last year? I think they need to remain hungry and humble. I'll put it in that. That's a nutshell for me. Hungry and humble, and continue to listen to the message that this man, Ken Hinkley, and the rest of the footy club continues to bring to them, that you can't stop working hard. You can't stop creating elite habits. Anytime you do that, you're going to fall short. And we will continue to push on. Who knows where that will take us, but we'll continue to push on until we get as far as we can go.